YouTube, how you guys doing here today? You guys already know where we at. We out eating, getting our eat on, our dinner, first meal of the day. And for today's video, as you guys know, I'm doing these questions and answers every week. And last week I made one about what's the most difficult language. But this week I'm gonna talk about, let's see, this week I'm gonna talk about which language should I learn. A lot of people, they send me messages and ask me what language do you think I should start with. Now I understand why people are asking this question, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. You have to choose what you're most interested in, what language that you're most interested in, what's most interesting to you. This is going to determine your endurance when learning that language and the length of time, and your interest and motivation. So I can't really decide for you which language I can't tell you that you should learn this language, because I don't know what languages that's most interesting to you. However, what I can do is recommend. I give you some recommendations, like for example, like I tell most people that a good thing to do is wherever you live in, look at the demographics, look at the population of the people and see what they're looking like. Like what do you see mostly? What languages do you hear mostly in your city or where you're living at? Do you hear Chinese more? Do you see Chinese people more? Spanish, Portuguese, whatever the language is. I recommend people do that, because if you have access to those native speakers like that very often, then it will help you stand like up to par on that language, because you get a lot of practice with that. For example, if you guys been following me for a while, you guys know that I did that with Somali when I was living back in Ohio. Somali, I didn't know any Somali. I knew like a couple words and phrases in Somali, okay? And I remember I had made a video and I told you guys that I was gonna start learning Somali. I'm gonna take it more serious because that city had a lot of Somali people, like Columbus. I think Columbus has like the second largest population of Somali people. So I said I was gonna start taking it serious. And when I did that, I started making videos, so you guys were able to see my progress. I was getting like a whole bunch of practice with Somali. It didn't matter where I went. I could be in an American market, I could go to an Asian market, and there's Somali people there. I was just leveling up all over the place. And I learned pretty fast. I studied like the language actively for 2 years. I studied actively for like 2 years, but like 6 months, less than a year, I was like able to like speak like, I was limited, but I was able to speak like really fluently with the native speakers, carrying like long conversations with them. You guys can go back and watch older videos of me doing this. I have a lot of videos, Somali videos. What I want to say, I kind of fell off a little bit. I got a little bit like regressed in the language a little bit, and that's only because I haven't really spoken it for like 2 years. Like recently I spoke it in the Uber Chronicles, but before that I haven't spoken Somali for like 2 years, about 2 years, and that 2 years ago is when I was in Columbus. This is the last time I spoke that language. I was speaking Somali all the time, but but I'll get back into it and start practicing more and get back to where I was. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. But the point is for you guys to try to find, if you're having a hard time with what language to learn, look around and wherever you live, your neighboring cities, your states, see what you hear most, what's more available, more abundant. If it's Spanish, go for Spanish. If it's Chinese, go for Chinese. Because like I said, you're going to be able to practice with those people very often. So you can practice not only online, but you can also practice in person. You go to these markets and these other places, any places you go to in your city. Very, very good idea to follow if you're having a hard time choosing a language to learn. But again, if you don't follow that, if you don't have those people in your city, then if you're interested in that language, if you're genuinely interested, if it's very interesting to you, go ahead and learn whatever language it is, whatever language you want to learn, and it's going to help you to stay like diligent and consistent learning, because that's a language that you're interested in. So obviously, you're going to be motivated to learn. But anyway, 5 minutes in, I just want to make this is going to be the question and answers video for this week. And if you guys have any suggestions about learning different language for other people who are watching, post it in the comment below. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Thanks for viewing.